Okay, long story short, yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Carnival on here. We're going over over the second SilphSpectre video, and I promised in the first SilphSpectre video that I would actually talk about. Anyway, long gist and short of it, I'm gonna go over producers and consumers. You ready? Set, go. Okay, producers basically they make the product in order to make the money. The consumers buy the product. Like if they like the product, they'll buy more of it. They'll talk about it to their friends, tell them how good it is, and then more of them will buy by creating more buzz to the producer, and they get more money. But if the producer makes a bad product, like, and the consumer hates, doesn't like it, that product doesn't sell as well. Then the consumer, and the producer is going to be like, okay, what's the problem? We need to go back to the drawing board and figure out what's the cause of it. Sweet. Okay, ready? Keep that in your mind as we continue throughout this video on this. Right now, ready, set, go.
Ever since that infamous moment when it was announced at E3 2019 that the National Dex wouldn't be in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and subsequent gameplay footage turned out to be quite underwhelming, many fans, myself included, have tried to advance theories as to what exactly went wrong in the development process of these games. From mobile games becoming a heavier focus of the Pokemon Company, to Game Freak's priority moving to side games that it was developing simultaneously with Sword and Shield, to strenuous deadlines to match the generational progression of all other aspects of the Pokemon Company, such as the anime and merchandise, it seems that the reason for this lack in quality is certainly multifaceted. However, one new theory has emerged that's quite different from all the rest, and that's because, unlike looking at the actions of the Pokemon Company or its constituent companies such as Game Freak, it instead attributes blame to the fans themselves.
Personally, in my opinion, I believe the theory actually itself blames the fans, at least it's a factor of the problem, not the fans or the sole huge problem. Even though the fans were complacent for a lot of years till this day. I mean, you could just count the minor backlash with Gen 5, but well, yeah, yeah. But even then,
Now, in my opinion, part of this theory isn't entirely off base, but the way that it's construed and the conclusion that is drawn from it definitely is. I found this to be a really interesting one to dissect, so without any further ado, let's get into it and see what these people have to say. The crux of this theory has to do with the fans' reception to past Pokemon game releases, both in terms of sales and popular opinion. It operates on the assumption that fan reception to one game can determine how subsequent Pokemon games are approached from the developer's perspective, which I don't think is an unreasonable claim in itself. In particular, this theory looks at the fans' reception to the Generation 5 games, Black and White, and their sequels, Black 2 and White 2. Now, there is a second premise that one has to accept in order to continue to understand this theory, and that is that there was a general decline in the main series game's quality since the start of Generation 6 with X and Y.
okay. Now I don't understand this part because to me when he says that since Gen 6, but I frankly found the fine average games, and along with that he's adding Sun and Moon to the table, which was a good game with a good story and everything. I can understand Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and but I really don't understand. It's mostly because he didn't phrase it properly.
Now, having been so involved in Pokemon and the community since 19 years of comments on similar topics,
Look, I just skipped it because I didn't hear enough. Hear him try to say he's winning my
topics, I can tell you from my experience that this does indeed seem to be the popular opinion. Compared to the likes of games like Emerald, Platinum, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Black 2 and White 2, etc., games like X and Y, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Okay, I'm pointing this out right now. Look at this. Look at where my mouse is. This is Pokemon Moon. This is not Pokemon Ultra Moon. You gotta be shitting me. Okay, look, right now, you watching the video, right now. I'm honestly gonna tell you this because frankly, my is being a real dick to me right now. So I'm gonna ask you kindly, look up right here where it says right here in the Google search. It says Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon box art. Look, Google search it right now. Now, if you did this right now, you're gonna see box art images. That is how easy it is to find one box image of Pokemon Ultra Moon. I don't know why he used the regular version logo. Is he trying to say that Moon is as bad? Pokemon Sun and Moon is just as bad. Soon as it has low quality because I thought the story was fucking good, but apparently It's not good. I thought the game was good, but no, apparently not. Plus, let's not also forget the sudden shift from 2D to 3D, but apparently we're just gonna ignore that.
Let's Go, and Sword and Shield just don't seem to hold up comparatively. And despite the fact that not everyone will agree, I think there's quite a broad consensus that this is indeed the case.
Also, what about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? Wasn't that game liked by a lot of people?
From this, you can perhaps see where this theory is leading us. According to this theory, the fan reception to Generation 5's games caused a decline in quality of the Pokemon main series. But how could this be the case? Well, when Black and White first released, there was actually significant backlash. The games were intended to be a sort of reboot for the series, but generally they were perceived to be too much of a change, especially with the 156 Gen 5 Pokemon being the only Pokemon available in the Unova region until you beat the game, and are only then able to transfer other Pokemon in. Not to mention the fact that there was significant uproar regarding many of the design choices for the Pokemon themselves.
Okay, let me just go into a quick little tidbit here. One, the fact that people got upset over the designs of the Pokemon like this is kind of hypocritical, since in Generation 1, we have a literal electric type that's a Pokeball, and its evolution is that the colors are swapped. Wow, so original. Next Pokemon. We literally have a Grimer, a literal sludge. Evolution, Muck, even more sludge. Wow, super original. Great idea right there. But no one gets angry. Then we have Magnemite. I really wouldn't count it as one bad design, but then again, there probably are others from the first 151 that could count. I'm just saying magnets. Evolution. Just add 2 or more magnets. Boom, we have a new Pokemon, Magneton. Great job right there. I'm just saying that the idealism of these Pokemon suck, but we're gonna ignore the OGs because they're the first ones, so we're just gonna get them past. No. It's either all of them get shit on, all the shitty designs get shit on, or none of them get shit on. Just side change it right there.
Because of this, Black 2 and White 2 weren't fully appreciated at the time either, despite undoubtedly being the greatest upgraded versions of the previous games, which, in fact, they were actually full-fledged sequels with numerous new areas, new characters and new gym leaders, a fantastic story, more Pokemon available, new post-game activities such as the Pokemon World Tournament, challenge mode to make the game harder, etc. I'll be the first to admit that back in the Gen 5 era, I was one of those fans who didn't appreciate these games fully for what they were, and it was only
So you were part of the problem, making you a factor of the problem.
On replaying them later that I realized just how amazing they are and the sheer effort that was put into them. And it definitely appears that I'm not the only one with this changed mindset. I hosted a poll last year asking what people thought.
Okay, frankly, in all honesty, I feel like this poll is kind of shitty. Because frankly, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pokemon games. I get that there's Slash, or there should be like more than 5, but frankly, they're both the same, and they're all in the same bar, making them equal. Only just one. We have 5 Pokemon games. He says the best Pokemon game by far. Now keep in mind, he doesn't add the original Pokemon on Red, Blue, and Yellow. He doesn't add in Ruby, Sapphire, or Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Here, he doesn't add in X and Y. He doesn't add in Sun and Moon. He doesn't add in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Nor does he add in Let's Go. So, go. I'm just saying that if you're gonna have a poll, you should at least add in more options and not just add in, let me add these small specific games that I bet games, because frankly, it feels like you kind of shifted it so that way people pick some over, pick these 3 more than the others. Because you're gonna say this is the poll that has the best numbers, at the best Pokemon, then you make this, and that's a perfect poll. Then that's not a poll right there. You just pick 5 games. We have a lot more main series Pokemon games than this, and this clearly is kind of lazy.
Was the best Pokemon game of all time, and out of a quite large sample size of nearly 40,000 randomly.
Okay, look, in all honesty, I've seen a lot bigger numbers than 40,000, and frankly, the fact that you use this small of a number, it's not really that big. I think Berkey Red Hobie actually did a poll before beforehand. I think he has more subs, but I think even he got bigger numbers and a bigger turnout than you have right now. So I think,
selected voters insofar as they
and
were
also
not
Perky
selected
totally
from
added
any
all the games,
game-centric
because
source.
he didn't just
Black
try
2
to
and
keep
White 2
it
were voted
hidden.
as the second best main series Pokemon games of all time after Heart Gold and Soul Silver, despite the immense backlash that Gen 5 initially faced. Not only was this backlash very intense, but the Gen 5 sales weren't great.
Keep in mind that this is after Gen 5 released like a year ago, meaning that a lot of feelings may have changed, causing people to actually paying attention and appreciating the games. Back even now, I'm going to actually show you guys the actual sales numbers. We're going to be going back to this for a while, but I want you guys to actually notice a pattern here. Every single reintroduce. Just notice the remade versions. You know, Emerald, Platinum, Black 2 and White 2, White 2, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Yeah, just keep a notice on those, and let's go.
Either. Out of every single new generation pair of games, Black and White are the worst selling ones of all time. The very worst. Black 2 and White 2, despite having two versions, only sold 25% better than the worst-selling main series Pokemon game of all time, Pokemon Crystal, and was outsold by Yellow and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, barely upgraded versions of their predecessors, and was vastly outsold by every single remake ever released. So this is what the theory advances, that Pokemon...
Even though that some of those games that were shown were released before that and are still higher up there, but
don't appreciate when Game Freak actually invests a huge amount of effort into the games, and that this is reflected both in the popular opinion of the
i.e. the producer and consumer, basically the fans that don't care enough to buy it, proving that frankly, yeah, whatever.
and in their sales numbers. Now, I will admit that sales numbers...
I mean, heck, let's just look once again. You know, Pokemon Emerald? That only sold 7 million copies. If anything, and that had the Battle Frontier, you know, that thing people like to rave about, but then again, it didn't even sell that much. Then we have Pokemon Ruby and that sold a lot, but compared, that's just like half, nearly half. Diamond and Pearl, 17 mil, platinum. It's literally just minus 10 million and 70,000. I'm literally just doing decimal cuts. That's 15.8. This isn't a joke. Normally, the updated remake versions don't even get a lot of money or boost to begin with. With, with even if people like to say these games were awesome and amazing, not a lot of people actually bought them when they first started getting released, which is kind of ironic.
Definitely don't reflect the quality of the games. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon beating Black 2 and White 2 is absurd in my opinion.
See, it's happening again.
A shallow
Okay, frankly, in all honesty, Gold, Silver, Crystal, and I know he's gonna put Heart Gold and Soul Silver, shouldn't be here. Why? Because they are sequels. We are literally 2 years after the whole thing. Team Rocket has disbanded. That clearly proving that a lapse in time happened. But you cannot tell me that these games are literal remakes of Kanto, and add them on there. That's lazy. See, it should only be yellow, leaf green, and fire red. That not like 5 other games that are clearly sequels.
Remake of Kanto with only 2 new Pokemon, only 153 total available Pokemon, and basically the same map and story. As of a year ago, it had beaten Crystal, Emerald, Platinum, Black 2 and White 2.
Okay, keep note that these are all... Heck, the only one that actually was able to make a huge sale number was Sarkle and Soul Silver, a literal sequel remake. That's because remakes makes a game sell like hotcakes. And also, keep in mind that from right here, it seems like it didn't even beat it. Yet it's here.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and is likely to have beaten even more since, including Fire Red and Leaf Green, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and perhaps even more. Furthermore, despite having the biggest controversy and criticism in Pokemon history...
Okay, okay, let's go over here. It sold 16.60 million within the first 6 weeks. Now, there's a reason for this. It's called the Barbra Streisand effect. You know how any publicity is good publicity? See, basically with the Pokemon fans' outcry, crying rage, and to bring back National Dex, when a lot of people were turning their heads to Sword and Shield, they were like, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck's going on? Heck, even YouTubers who probably don't even talk about Pokemon or content decided to actually go and look it up. You know, Moist Critical, aka Penguin, when his moisture meter, he literally reviewed the game and gave it a 7 out of 10. 10 literal YouTube literal YouTubers who probably don't even talk about Pokemon. Oh yeah, oh yeah, this game's so controversial. I really want to talk about it now. Now it seems like a really good selling, good info dump. And boom, you will instantly have a hotcake seller because of controversy. So basically, the Pokemon fans literally gave the Pokemon Company Game Freak a shit ton of money.
Sword and Shield sold over 16 million copies in its first 6 weeks, making it the fastest selling Nintendo Switch game of all time. All of this I will accept. In general, the Pokemon fanbase does not seem to purchase the games based on their quality or the amount of effort put into them. However, I think this theory takes it one step too far when they blame the fans for the quality of the recent games.
But the fans are part of the problem. That's the thing, SilphSpectre. I know you're gonna try and make it sound like it's not the fans' fault, which, in all honesty, and mind my language here, is fucking retarded. I.e., the ideals of producer and consumer. When the consumer is upset over product, duct, and product isn't making money, guess what? The producers are gonna scramble to figure out why the fuck this item isn't making any money.
Based on this trend. The key point that these theorists need to recognize is that fans purchasing a game does not mean that they're endorsing that game.
Yes, it does. Keep in mind, when you buy a product, you literally are giving them your money. You're basically saying, oh, I want this product, I like this product, especially if you don't return this said product within the same day you bought it. Basically proving that you have basically given your money and given them the okay, that this game is good.
After all, it is only after purchasing and playing through the game in its entirety that one can get a full sense of its quality, despite some limited knowledge of what the game might include and exclude from announcements and trailers and whatnot. A good example of this would be knowing that over half the Pokemon are missing, seeing numerous graphical problems and glitches in trailers and pre-release gameplay.
You can tell this guy clearly doesn't know a lot. Okay, keep this in note. The main reason people make that game developers make games is because they want to actually make an experience, and the other reason is money. Money is a factor in this. This is something we all need to acknowledge. We all know money is a big factor in this, right? Good. I hope no one is pretending that people make games because they like making games, and that's solely the reason. Because if that wasn't, we'd all be getting games for free, and no free. But that doesn't exist. And keep in mind that if a video game franchise doesn't make money, that series isn't coming back. They aren't getting any money. They aren't coming back. That's a fact in life. There is examples of this. EA literally has games where it's proven that there are so many series that EA has actually killed because of just one failure. That Ubisoft. It's hilarious. Yes, but we're gonna pretend that, oh no, it's not our fault. Oh no, the developers should work harder, and it's only when we understand. Don't pull that shit, man. Money is a factor to this. If the game doesn't make a lot of money, guess what? Those people who worked on it, they're out of a job. Because what if they put all their hard work, all their effort into it? That game didn't sell enough to actually pay off. Boom, they're broke. what if, and I'm saying this another what if the company that they owns them basically is like, ugh, they didn't get us a lot of money, not nearly enough, not to, not to actually break bar of how much that was needed. We don't need them. Get rid of them all. And let's not forget that I think Death Stranding, had a Hideo Kojima game where Hideo Kojima himself basically wanted to make an actually really good quality game. I mean, how many people like the game? I mean, I remember that critics were hating on it, which then again, proves critics. But still,
play, etc. After all, it is possible, however improbable, that the rest of the game could be so amazing as to make up for the bad things that one sees before.
yes, it is. It's called the fun factor. You know, that thing that exists for all games, games. Because frankly, cle- cle- ultimately, if a game isn't fun, then why bother playing it? This is clearly footage of you being on beach, playing in a match. Ultimately, proof that you are playing the game and you are clearly having at least some semblance of entertainment with it. Because if you weren't, you would have actually returned this game sooner or later. But then again, you need footage for your footage for your videos.
Playing the games themselves. So they might go ahead and buy it, and in fact, fans were kind of led into thinking this with Sword and Shield, since excuses of working on the rest of
And the Barbra Streisand
the
effect.
game were used as to why these negative things were there in the first place. Sales should not be used by an already massive
Sales are a big factor to I have why games are continuing to make. Do you think because Fallout's still running? Not of 76 is gonna be Bethesda's kind of dead. So do you think Digimon is Digimon stop making Digimon games because oh we feel like as though we as developers cannot evolve further with the franchise, so we must stop. Do you think they're gonna stop making Digimon games? Hell no, they're still gonna continue making Digimon games. Because guess what? Digimon makes money. Ultimately ultimately it dep- ultimately basically this. If the game doesn't give us a lot of money, we need to figure out what's the problem, what we need to do to evolve it, and how do we need to develop it. That's the point. And let's not forget that also. So if you watched Loxton's video on this whole shit storm, you would know that Game Freak actually only dips to a small resources of that funds to make these games. So which ultimately proves that their ETA is not all that worrisome. If anything, we'd highlight that hit only 9,000 copies if you truly wanted to actually make. Uh, uh, great. So if you're seeing a black screen right now, don't worry. This is just normal. Oh, great. It should come back sooner or later. There we go. See?
gaming franchise like Pokemon as a metric for the quality of their games, or even how much fans like them. Oftentimes, they're just a reflection of how popular a given Nintendo console is, the fact that certain games are merely upgraded versions or sequels, successful marketing, etc. With the size of the franchise, too, it's inevitable that every single main series game will sell well relative to any other franchise. Even the worst-selling Pokemon game sold 6.4 million copies. The main point here is that a game selling well should not be a positive.
Dude, that's because it's a remake. Heck, even the games you at least quoted. Look, Emerald only got 7 million. Plat, same number. Black Stone White 2, 8 million. Ultra Sun Ultra 1, 8 million as well. Oh, this doesn't mean jack. All those remakes only got 8 million. Or aren't even in the 10 millions. They're literally below that number.
Positive
Or
reinforcement
upgraded
to
versions.
continue making lower quality games, as is especially the case with Sword and Shield on the hugely popular Switch console. Having not played the game, fans are instead relying on the Pokemon brand itself to deliver high quality and thoroughly developed games as it had once done in the past, and are hoping that their past experiences with the games will match those of the present, or will even be exceeded. Even if we were to take
Basically, you hype the game up to the point of absurdity, and when the developers don't meet your your ungodly levels of hype, you get upset and go on a tirade. Sorry, I didn't mean that. You get angry. There we go. Ultimately, overhyping the game itself rather than keeping low
this theory at face
expectations.
value, it would not mean that the fans have caused the games to be low quality, since the fans are, of course,
Andrea, a tax advisor, is meeting Mitch. Thanks to the personalized advisor match, his tax situation
not the ones making the games after all. Instead, it would mean that Game Freak and the
SilphSpectre, you're an idiot. I'm being nice here when I say that. You clearly do not know what you're talking about in the basic concept. We are the consumers, aka we're the ones who buy the product. And keep in mind, throughout the years, we have not, except when it came to Gen 5, but that was like a small amount of people getting upset, set, 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 have not. And then there's also then let's go and all that shit. But then there's a whole lot of shit here. We did not actually give criticism till way later in Pokemon's lifespan. We kind of just accepted it because everyone was like, when they make a console game, they're so gonna improve instantly. Instantly, we kept on ignoring it. We kept on accepting it. We kept on, till we're here. And now, guess what? We're trying to pretend that we're not at fault here. We don't have a percentage of blame here. This is everyone's shit show. The Pokemon Company, Nintendo, Game Freaks, and us. Denying the fact that we are not not a factor of the problem by denying that, saying that, oh, now we're not a part of the problem, is foolish. We are. We played a role in this. Trying to say it's the developer's fault solely because they didn't make the good game is kind of foolish. Are there cases where developers are fucking assholes and don't make actually good fucking content? Of course there is. That's a fact. That I'm not gonna ignore. But but in this case, it's kind of a case of, oh yeah, stagnation, and fans not actually giving criticism. Keep this in mind that Temtem, that game that all these Pokemon fans are rating the shit over because Sword and Shield did it. Shield, keep this in mind. That they are doing the exact same thing. Well, technically, they're doing the majority of the exact same thing they did with Pokemon. They're praising the shit out of this game, constantly giving it raving good reviews, barely ever pointing out any actual flaws or problems with it. I swear the only YouTuber who I've seen so far who has done it is Manga Comment, and he had to make an over 15-minute video doing so. So basically being an actual goddamn reviewer. Or not giving actual fluff pieces to those people, and actually giving hard-hitting criticism. Jesus Christ. But then, oh no, we don't want to admit that we're at fault here. Jeez.
the Pokemon Company are aware that Pokemon games will sell regardless of quality, and are therefore taking shortcuts and not putting in their full effort as they used to.
Or sudden shift from 2D to 3D. The fact that most likely, say, the Pokemon Company wanted to shift Pokemon to mobile, the fact of the matter is that Game Freak's It's constantly being forced on a yearly release basis, which is most likely ultimately killing them at this point, causing these problems. And for them to actually have no choice if they even want to release this game out, game out. The fact that the oh no wait, that's just it. Oh yeah, the fact that they're kind of now were forced to actually now have to make a console game to which they do not have knowledge of how to make an actual console game. Keep this in mind. And Ranger series, Mystery Dungeon, Coliseum, Stadium, Snap, and the Wonder Park series. Those were all made by different companies. And if I swear to God, if I hear someone say, well, that's just proof the Game Freak's lazy, shut up. That is a tired and lazy fucking argument. Yeah, of course. A group of handheld people who worked on solely handheld games compared them to a group of people who've worked on console games. Yeah, of course there's gonna be a difference in quality. What the fuck do you think? I'm sorry, but seriously, that argument is kinda shitty. Now, if this was actual competent console gaming developers and they still made the same little Sword and Shield, then I'd agree with you. There's a problem. But clearly, this yearly release schedule didn't give them enough time to actually fully get a grasp on it. Even with releasing Let's Go, they still seem to have somewhat not fully gotten the gold grip on it. So okay, but
are at least not dedicating enough people and or resources towards the game's development.
basically this theory is bad because it doesn't align with the developers being at fault, and that we makes us fans look like we might be bad people.
A Pokemon game is so much more than the number of units sold.
It's a product that needs to be bought in order to continue. Do you think that if the first Pokemon game failed like Red, Green, Blue, do you think if that didn't get a lot of money that the developers would still be making Pokemon? Do you really think that? Keep that note. Do you really think that? Because if you really think about it, it wouldn't. Keep this in mind that if it doesn't get a lot of money, and guess what? Then there's no point in fucking keeping an eye on it.
It's the lasting impact that it has on the lives of fans, the emotional experience. Well, the negative impact is felt by the collective, as shown by user review scores and.
This is bullshit, and this is bullshit. Okay, look here. You see this? This is recent. Listen, he is literally using the same thing that happened on June. Yeah, June 11, 2019. Yet here we have 6,000 likes, 3,000 likes, and another 3,000 likes. More proof that, frankly, that backlash you keep on bitching about died a while ago, and you guys are still huffing up the fumes. Plus, we have those negative reviews. You know, that one you want to bring up. Keep note that people review bomb the shit out of this game, because frankly, and let me say this, they were upset. They were mad, and these were bring back national dexters who wanted to vehemently review bomb the shit out of this game for the sole purpose of trying to send a message to Game Freak and make people not buy it. Keep that in mind. And yet he's acting as if this is factual proof. Yet literally review bombing is a thing that people do. Get enough people and then just review bomb the shit out of a game. Clearly he doesn't. This is so foolish.
general reception to Sword and Shield, for instance, despite selling incredibly well. Yes, the 5th generation does present a rare instance of immense effort being put into a series of games, and those games not being immediately appreciated by fans as much as they should have been. I could maybe see this leading to a lack of motivation, at least temporarily, but this does not excuse what has been happening over the past 7 years.
Again, I don't understand why Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and or Sun and Moon are in this category. I could understand X and Y, Ultra Sun and Moon, and even Let's Go really, but I don't understand those two games.
Demonstrably lower quality. Even if this were the case, what sense does it make to repeat what fans initially disliked about Gen 5?
Yeah, oh yeah, let's just oh yeah,
The initial limitations on the Pokedex that fix themselves entirely once the player beats the games, and make it way worse than Sword and Shield with no access to half of all Pokemon as was initially intended. This theory just does not seem to fly, and blaming the fans themselves is one step way too far.
no, it's a step in the right direction, really. I mean, fans are the factor of when they buy a product. Like, you're basically just trying to deny the fact that we might have actually been a key factor in a big machine. Ultimately, because you don't want to admit the fact that maybe we are the problem. You can admit that the theory's right in some parts, but you're willing to deny the fact that to deny that you are the problem, and you're giving BS examples on why. Because oh look, Pokemon Crystal sold 6 million. That's totally a shit ton of money. So it's proof that these games were good, dude. When you compare these updated versions to the originals, the originals sold more. There hasn't been a case where the remade version sold more than the original. You want to know why? Because people already have the original version, so why the hell would they buy another version? Even if it has all this shiny new content and whistles, they ain't gonna buy it.
A lot of the premises hold true, but the conclusion that is drawn is a classic demonstration of logical overreach.
Yet this video is a clear example of you trying to prove that it does have logical overreach, yet it clearly proves 100% when you actually think about the video itself.
Though it is admittedly a much different scenario, the best analogy I can think of would be a car manufacturer releasing a great model of a car.
Okay. Keep this in note. Yeah, you could release a great model car, but if it doesn't sell well, then you're gonna have to really think, now what's the problem? Is it because we put too many shiny bells and whistles? Is it something to do with engine? Is it because there isn't a power in it? Then we have to go back to our older models and see that they're selling really well. So what do? We just sell more of the old models the old ways, and then we get a lot more money. It's basically, oh yeah, Game Freak should risk it all and put so much money into a new Pokemon IP, Pokemon game. Then, oh my gosh, the fans don't like the huge change, and then they suddenly yeet out the window, and then boom, Game Freak dies. Ultimately, what I'm saying here is this car analogy is kinda shit. Because here's the thing, I already gave you an analogy at the beginning. Basically, you buy the product. You don't product. You feel product. You like the product, and so you buy. You tell your friends to go buy it as well. Well, causing more and more people to buy it. But here's the thing: a car already costs a shit ton of money. So I really don't understand why you would use this as an analogy. Because frankly, I'm not gonna fork over a shit ton of money just because a car looks nice. I want a car if it works well. If anything, I probably would buy a cheaper car, even if it's newly made. It actually is cheaper because it doesn't use any high-end parts or tools, or parts. Yeah, just parts. So I'm basically saving money, so I would buy that cheaper product. But let's go with. Okay, you know what? How about we go with controllers? They probably go around for the same amount of money as a video game. So let's just say we have a great high-end new scope super controller. controller, but people play with it a little bit, and they feel like it's off. It feels not natural. It doesn't feel like it's genuinely jiving with them. They don't like it in general. Then they just want to return it, or they don't touch it. Then they go back to their old ones. The old ones are selling a lot more. So rather than making a newer, upgraded, higher end version of these these of these controllers, they continue making the old versions, just slightly upgrading them, and maybe now and then. But then suddenly, actually, someone starts playing the high controllers, and then realizing, hey, these are really good, and just start seeing that it's, compared to the old ones, that it's not as good. Ultimately, where the old versions are reaching a point of high level, high level that frankly that these new high end ones could never reach because it's already too late.
It not selling amazingly well and people not fully appreciating it, so the manufacturer cuts features and makes lower quality cars for all future models for the foreseeable future.
Because frankly, they don't want to go bankrupt and having to burn all their money in one eggs in a basket. Keep this in mind that frankly, these people need money because the people that work for them need money to pay for rent, pay for food, pay for school for their kids. It's to make sure their families don't go homeless. Just because, oh wow, they cut features, so that makes it bad. Keep note that a lot of people who work on it have lives. You want them to make a perfectly high spiffy game only for people to not play it or buy it, causing them to lose a lot of money due to it, and then their whole families get into a shitty or creek scenario because of it? Oh wow! But then you just suddenly play, and then you start to appreciate. Yeah, that's gonna totally work for those developers now that are probably working on 9 to 5 jobs, not because of your lazy ass for not at least trying.
Even in the rare cases where customers don't know what features are missing, people who purchase those models will have a less enjoyable time with their car than they.
What are you talking about? About what features? You're not even explaining the features specifically. You're just saying, oh well, it has less features. Dude, the ultimate reason people buy cars is to either do two things. One, get from point A to point B, which you could do via bus, motorcycle, go trains, trolleys, these, or using your goddamn legs, or B, to flex on other people. That's literally what those 2 points are. That is it. Literally, do not tell me it's anything else. Unless you actually know what, tell me anything else. I actually do want to know. No. But don't try and make it sound like it's intricate. What features? Just the standards? You mean seat belts, belts, an airbag, AC, radio, a CD player? What are they? The engine? That's a staple. I don't understand what you're talking about when you're saying moving some features. You mean the lining? Lining? You mean the lining? So what? I'd ultimately take this car over this car. You wanna know why? Because that car is more expensive. This car is actually fucking cheap. You can tell who I am a lot by that statement alone. But guess what? Guess what? Oh shit! People are buying That cheap version. You wanna know why? Because it's cheaper, and people can afford it. Your analogy is shit. It's so shit. Shit, because I literally just need to poke holes in every single part of the car manufacturing company. And you wanna know how I know a majority of this shit? Well, that's because I had a classmate who actually, two classmates who were really into cars, but I didn't really interact with them a lot. But I would know that they would poke holes in this argument because they're so in depth with cars. Jesus Christ, man! Next time you make an analogy, I know he said it kind of off, but still, I expect an actual fucking good analogy, not this dollar door piece of shit. All in all, this video is actual shit. Keep no that trying to deny the fact that the fans are a problem is downright foolish. We fans and give them our money, ultimately giving the ultimate sign that yeah, we like this products. Do you think actual developers show people at Game Freak actually go on and scroll through Metacritic to find despair at constant review on how people review their games? No, that's stupid. I wouldn't. Wouldn't. Not a lot of people would. You probably would look up videos on it. But it's downright foolish to think that, oh wow, look at this, look at this. The fans aren't the problem, it's the developers solely because they didn't make the game pretty and new and pretty and new. We aren't the fault of it. I know I'm sounding like a dick, but I'm sorry if I am. But I need to. I understand that people didn't like Sword and Shield. I understand that a lot of people are trying to find reasons to why. But this theory holds weight. Ultimately, one of the biggest factors to why Pokemon has stagnated is because of us, the fans. Because clearly, if I need to show again, and if these games sold so well, how come if these remakes were so good, how come they sold so low? How come? If they were so good, then why in God's name are they so low in numbers? I could understand Ultra Sun and Moon, but I don't understand why Black 2 and White 2. I don't understand Platinum. I don't even understand an Emerald. But yet you're gonna sit here and you're gonna go on talking to me and your audience, and to my own audience, and tell them that we're not the problem. We're not at fault. Nigga. And when I say that, I'm actually fucking serious. Don't bullshit me. We are at fault here. We're at least part of the fucking problem. Denying that and trying to say that we're not at fault here, we're the ones who gave them our goddamn money. We're the ones who bought these games. Do not bullshit me. Do not bullshit your own subscribers. And do not bullshit your audience. Yes, do not bullshit the people who listen to you by saying that we aren't. That's denial. I'm part of the fucking problem. You wanna know why? Because I bought Sword and Shield. I'm part of the problem. A problem. You wanna know why? Because I believe that the developers may start trying to pull a No Man's Sky out of this. Basically, they get a lot of hate for it, but they're gonna try and win back our love in the end. Now, if I'm gonna be honest, should they have made the DLC one of the DLCs free? Yes, they should have. But are people blowing this out of proportions to find some BS reasons as to why Game Freak's the devil? Yes. EA is the devil of all video game industries. We do not forget that. Yeah. Bethesda, they're slowly rising up there. Game Freak, it just feels like there's a whole lot of factors to prove that they fucked. To prove that they are a part of the problem. There's a whole lot of factors here. There's a lot of cogs in this machine. But trying to pretend that the fans aren't in there and trying to actively remove it so that way no one can blame themselves for it and pretend that they're virtuously clean is fucking foolish. This is downright foolish and childish in all honesty. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm really fucking angry. Don't send the man hate just because of this. Please. Just because I'm pissed off doesn't mean you guys get the free range to go attack a person. Listen, I know you are all better than that.
Features are missing, people who purchase those models will have a less enjoyable time with their car than they would have if the good quality had been maintained. Similarly, in the gaming world, giving the fans less content and lesser quality content is something that they know no fans of any game developer would want, and doing just that is a reflection of that developer's culpability in the situation, not of the fans themselves.
Producer and consumer, you find over this time and time again. If that was true, again, then this game should have doubled the sales of Black and White. This should have overshadowed Black and White. Platinum should have overshadowed Diamond and Pearl. Emerald should have always shadowed Ruby and Sapphire. Crystal should have shadowed Gold and Silver. But what happened? They didn't get as much money. They didn't get as much money. They didn't get that money. They didn't get that money. Didn't get that money. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is the one game I could actually understand that not happening. But apparently, the remake Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Oh wow, it just trounced. It just boosted. It's hilarious. I just ultimately find it hilarious. Wait, hold on. I'm
Selves. Well, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you found it insightful, and if you have any thoughts, be sure to leave.
Yeah, I have some thoughts. SilphSpectre, you should just stick to the content that you originally made. No hate, but you clearly are just trying to. You don't know what you're doing. Seriously, keep this in mind. We are at least a factor of the problem. Do not deny it. We are at least a factor. That's all I'm saying. Don't try to listen and just say, oh no, we're not at fault here. We're basically pure. We're saints. If that was true, then why the hell is Sword and Shield in in your eyes bad? How come? Well, it's because of the developers. Okay. Did Game Freak ever get any criticism before Generation 5? I'm guessing no. No. And did the games that have the upgraded versions that everything was new bells and whistles and look were better than the originals? Did those games actually get more money than their predecessors? No, they didn't. So ultimately, what would have happened if Emerald, if Crystal, if Platinum, if Black 2 and White 2 got more money? What would have happened if those games got more money than their predecessors? What if it got? What if? With Ultra Sun Ultra being the outlier and they didn't get a lot, and it still had the same revenue boost? What would have happened? What Game Freak have actually realized they should have more content, more and more and more, letting the fans like it even more. Then when Sword and Shield came out, they put everything they got into this game. This game, boom. But then again, there's a lot of factors to why we're in this shitty creek now. And the nine that we the fans aren't a part of the problem is foolish. You don't see a group of people just shit on one game, then a few years, then it just starts getting a cult following. When you're saying, yeah, we want a remake of this game. The company's dead. They ain't coming back. Ultimately, that's it. This is your boy, Carnival, signing off. But anyway, keep this in mind. Don't send hate. If anything, challenge him in the comments. Call him out for it. Bring facts into it. And when other people actually try to say, "Oh, wow, you're so stupid," keep in mind, find the ones that are trying to actually bring a discussion here. Go for those people, because the people who are insulting you, they ain't worth the damn. They ain't gonna listen. They are so close-minded and echo chamber heavy that they breed off of this shit. They literally eat this crap for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Don't. Even if you try. You're gonna have to really bring, and if you even want to try it, you're gonna have to really hammer it in. You're gonna have to really slam it down. You're gonna have to really hit them with that KO button. But you gotta do it respectfully and courtesy full. I'm sorry, I was really fucking angry at this video. I really am. My goal was to make this as short as fucking humanly possible, but apparently I couldn't fucking even do that right. I'm sorry. Sorry if you guys are a little scared. I probably will leave in the description. Sorry if I get a little heated about this. But keep this in mind. I'm just doing this just because I really fucking hate this shit. I hate when people actually try to deny that they try to admit themselves of any guilt when they clearly had a factor in the problem. It's like trying to say that, oh wow, oh car crash happened, and that the person who was clearly not paying attention while driving hit the other car, and they try to pretend, oh well, I didn't do anything, it was that person. That person completely at fault. That can me the car manufacturer. Some people like they pull that shit. That's when the things I fucking hate the most. I hate the omission of guilt shit. You are clearly part of the problem. We are part of the problem. I'm not trying to make myself sound like I'm this equation. I am a part of the problem. We all are. We're a small factor in it. There, if not semi-medium at best. So without further ado, please be sure to like, subscribe, share this video with friends, or subscribe to notify any of future uploads. Without further ado, this is Connor, signing off. Peace.